Y'all know what time it is.
Good with y'all.
What's poppin', everybody? Welcome back to the park. Y'all rocking with the legends, man. Dante, Darius, we here.
Yes,
You know
sir.
what I'm saying? As always,
Got a
we
nice
appreciate.
treat for y'all.
Oh yeah, cause y'all can't see that hoodie, but he got it on.
Hey man, I got a couple days to prepare for this. It can go one or two ways. It can go really bad, or it can jumpstart something.
We gonna find out. Man. But as always, man, we appreciate y'all rocking with us. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, all of that, man.
Yep. Get the word out there.
Get it out there. Appreciate those who already done all of that support, that watch every week. You know what I'm saying? We just do it because we love sports, bro. So
Facts.
You know what
It's
I'm
gonna
saying?
be a good one. We got some interesting topics, especially this past week, man. There's been a lot going on. A lot of people leaving.
Oh yeah, willingly and
Forcefully. Yeah. get up out of here.
Yeah. So of course, NFL regular season has ended.
The playoffs is here.
Crazy season. Playoffs is here. Season was crazy. A lot of teams that surprised a lot of people that actually got in the playoffs. But that's not what we want to talk about right now. We want to talk about the coaches. And so, because this one is going to be short and sweet, Arthur Smith is gone.
Get him out of here.
Mike Vrabel is gone. Brandon Staley.
I think he did get done dirty. Mike
Oh
Vrabel,
yeah, facts.
But he's gonna get a job somewhere other than like off the field.
Yeah. Arthur Smith is done. I don't think he'll coach in the NFL again.
No.
Who else? Brandon Staley got fired before the season was ended.
Yeah, he got fired mid-season, so he's out of there.
Yeah, it's somebody else who got fired too last game of the season.
Who?
I can't remember right now, but there was another coach who got fired. Somebody else just got fired Sunday.
I'm drawing a blank.
Well, that should tell you.
There's been a lot of interesting stuff. I mean, the big headlines that we got, man, the ones that we really gotta dive into.
Oh yeah. We gonna talk about those coaches because those coaches matter. But these guys, like I said, we just want to mention them because we ain't really gonna talk. We ain't gonna really be on them real heavy.
I feel like the one that we could dive into, not too deep, but a little bit, touch the surface of it, is Mike Vrabel. I think he got done dirty. He made that Titans team. They had a lot of weapons, especially when they had AJ Brown. He made that team the number 1 seed in the AFC for at least 1 year. Got them to the playoffs. Had a nice playoff run. I feel like he's gonna find a job really easily.
Yeah.
I think most suitable might be the Patriots.
Well, that job has already been filled.
Who got it?
Oh, you don't know? Oh man, yeah. So we gonna move into the Patriots, but especially because of what happened with Mike Vrabel. I can't say the man name.
Yeah, his last name it gets me tongue twisted.
Mike V. So the rumor is he was let go because he wouldn't pretty much just like shut down the rumors of him leaving Tennessee to take the job in New England.
Oh yeah. I think I saw that. I saw it had a picture of him in like a jacket. I seen that.
Yeah. I guess the rumors were swirling around because I think he was like inducted into like the Ring of Honor or something like that within the organization. And so because he didn't shut those rumors down, apparently that's the reason he got fired. Now what's crazy is Tennessee looks real dumb because I think his name is Gerard Mayo.
I think so. I think I seen that name floating around somewhere.
Yep, Gerard Mayo. So he was the, I think the DC coach. I think he was a DC, something like that. With the Patriots. No, linebacker. No, he was a linebacker coach. I'm sorry, he was a linebacker coach. I knew something with defense. He was a linebacker coach from 2019 to obviously today.
Yeah.
And so now he is the new head coach of the New England Patriots. So what's interesting about him is he played for the Patriots from 2008 to 2015. He won a chip with them. He was the Defensive Rookie of the Year in 2008, first team All-Pro in 2010, two-time Pro Bowler, the tackles leader in 2010.
Okay.
Yeah. So like
that's been filled.
Yeah. Okay. And apparently it's been a thing like obviously we didn't know about, but apparently it's been a thing where they kind of were preparing him to eventually take over at some point. But it's also because of he was a player there and a coach there, so like he understands the culture.
Okay.
Like he's won a chip there with Brady, so like he gets the culture. So I mean, I get the fact that they went in house with the hire.
Yeah.
And Vrabel was a part of that organization at some point as a player too, I believe.
Yeah.
So even hiring him wouldn't have been a bad look. But when you got somebody already on your staff that you can just promote. Like, why not? Especially because he's been under Belichick. He kind of knows. He knows what y'all doing. He knows what y'all want to do. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I like it. You know, I like it. You know, but we'll see. We'll see if it work out. Really, like that's really it. We gonna see if it work out.
Yeah. Well, I guess Mike Vrabel gonna have to find somewhere else to go. So
yeah.
I mean he's gonna get a job at the end of the day.
Atlanta's wide open.
Yeah. Atlanta, the Bears might be wide open. Chargers are wide open. You can even say to Vegas if they don't stick with who they got right now.
Which I think they would be stupid to not do.
Yeah. I think Antonio Pierce, he gets a rise out of that team.
Yeah.
So I think
he like embodies the Raider culture.
Yeah. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm thinking too. They bring like. It was like immediate. Whenever he started coaching that team, it was like they played with such a physicality that they didn't play with before.
Destroyed the Chargers.
The Chargers, and that was it. But I think he plays with such an attitude towards that, and it just carries off to the team. Yeah. And that's what a lot of teams need, you know. So I think he should stay with that job, but. That is an open position. You've seen crazier things happen. Who knows? Bro. He might get a coaching position somewhere else too.
He might, but I think he should. I think they should offer him that job to keep him there. Because I think ain't that the game that he got? Old boy got fired. Yeah, wasn't after that game?
I think it was after that game. Yeah. Dang, man. I think it was after that game. Let me fact check. I got a computer right in front.
I mean, if that's the game, bro, I'm hiring him on site, bro. You the reason this man got fired. You got to stay.
Yeah, and that defense, they were going crazy that game.
Crazy.
But while I look that up, you want to jump right into to Bill Belichick?
So since we talking about the Patriots, 3 things have happened this week in the coaching arena. Bill Belichick, after 24 years,
and by the way, it was that 42-point lead that he got fired. Yeah.
Oh man, that's horrible.
So. Hey man, he made somebody lose their job, so he should definitely stay with that.
I'm just saying, bro. You made this man he was fired because of what you did to him. Yeah. So I keep him. But nah, man. Facts. After 24 years, bro. 24 years. Bill Belichick is hanging it up. Mm-hmm. Not only is Bill Belichick hanging it up, Pete Carroll. He's leaving from coaching, but he's still gonna serve as an advisor for the Seahawks. But he will no longer be on the sidelines coaching.
Yeah, they evolved his role from head coach to advisor.
And another coach. The great Nick Saban.
Nick Saban, man.
That's hanging crazy. It up, bro.
That's crazy.
I have a love-hate relationship with Nick Saban because I'm a Florida fan. So for years we've been even catching that work from Alabama.
Yeah. Facts. But yeah, man. So which one you want to tackle first?
Man, I think we just since we on the Patriots, let's stay with Bill, bro.
Yeah. So Bill Belichick, he's gone from the Patriots. What do we think the next chapter is for him?
Man, I don't know. I think he still wants to coach, so he's another coach that they might look at him. Now, they may not give him the power that New England did to be GM and all of that stuff. But I think with the right players, I think he can take a team that might be, for example, I think he can take a LA Chargers team to the next level, especially with the weapons they got. You got Justin Herbert, you got Keenan Allen, Austin Eckler, Joshua Palmer, who came on at the end before he got hurt. Yeah. So I think you got some people there that you can he could do something with, and even in I think that's really the only team. And if the Raiders don't give the job to Antonio Pierce, maybe there too.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I think so too. I think Raiders, since it's more so Raiders, like out of the two, if there would be the Chargers or Raiders, I think Raiders, because defensively they have such like a physical defense, and Bill, he can get a rise out of linebackers, he can get a rise out of the defense.
Well, you know, he was the DC with the Browns early on with Nick Saban.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? And they Nick Saban retires and whatnot, but Bill, I think he can get a rise out of those people out in the Raiders. But I think I have a couple people or a couple teams down here that can potentially suit Bill Belichick. Who knows? He can be possibly an advisor for another team if he doesn't want a head coach, but I think he does want a head coach.
Yeah.
But he can be using an advisor role too, because I think there's been a trend lately with these last couple of days with the coaches that have retired or got fired or are getting released. I feel like it's age thing with all those coaches. It's been 72, 71, 72 years old. They're all getting older in that age group. So I think
and same with Saban. I think Saban is 72.
Yeah, Saban is 72.
And to make a correction, Belichick was the head coach of the Browns. Saban was the DC.
Yeah. Okay. So I think that there's certain teams that Bill Belichick is suitable for, and I got it written down with the Titans, Bears, which they might most likely let go of their head coach, Falcons, because they have a great defense, a great young defense that are just ready to get at that ball, and the Eagles, if depending on how Monday goes, depending on how this playoff goes, it's a whole lot of depending on if ands and buts.
Hold on. You would take if Sirianni was to get fired.
Yeah.
You would want Belichick?
I think so, man. I think so. I think, and it goes back to that defensive side of the ball. We have on that defensive line. That's where our money is on that defense.
Right. I mean, literally, y'all got some dogs. But that's
we got some guys on that line. That's all we do. That's all we got.
Y'all literally got some dogs straight out of Georgia.
Georgia Bulldogs, baby. But I think he can get like I said earlier, he can get a rise out of a defense. He's such a defensive-minded coach that he can put your players in predicaments where they're going to succeed. And you've seen as of recently with the Eagles, we went from Sons Aside to Matt Patricia, and it seems like we've only gotten worse since that move. But I think he's such a well defensive-minded coach that he's gonna know where to put certain players and use strengths where they need to be, and he wouldn't misplace them on a defensive scheme.
Yeah. I see that.
Yeah, and I even got him going to Dallas. Even Dallas, if anything were to happen, if Mike McCarthy were to get fired, you never know.
So I heard what Jerry Jones said when it came to Mike McCarthy.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I can't stand the Cowboys. I don't care nothing about them. But I think if they fail to reach the Super Bowl this year, I don't think you fire Mike McCarthy.
I think it's the upset with Green Bay. If an upset with Green Bay happens, I don't think anybody's job on that team is safe, because this is their make or break year, bro.
Well, you know
make or break year.
I have to agree with you, on that one. Especially because I know, like, when the whole thing with, like, Kellen Moore, like, I think the rumor was that McCarthy didn't really care for him.
Yeah.
And so McCarthy was trying to get rid of him anyway because McCarthy wanted to call the plays on offense.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think if they were to lose to Green Bay, I'm with you. I think potentially his job could be in jeopardy. Now, if they reach the NFC Championship and lose, different story.
Yeah.
But I do think I'm with you, man. If they lose to Green Bay, it's a possibility.
It's a possibility because you're favored to win that game. Yes, Green Bay has, and especially because you're at home too. Green Bay has, Jordan Love has been playing out of his mind as of lately. He's been doing his thing.
I'm still blown away by that.
Yeah, he's been picking defenses apart. But this Cowboys team has a notably great defense. They have great linebacker core. They have great corners right now. You got the Ron Bland. Yeah, Dan Quinn got them boys playing, and they got a front. They have a great defense on paper. If this were to implode and this were to crumble within a week or the first round of the playoffs, I think, Bill Belichick has a good shot of going there because that defense is already there. As compared to like the Eagles, our defense is like, we don't have the personnel group that much that like the Cowboys have. So I think that will be a good fit for him too. So who knows?
But that's why I said the Chargers too, because like on paper they got some dogs on defense too.
Yeah, they got some good players out there.
Now why they can't put it together, I don't know. I don't know if it's a culture thing, a coaching thing, but for some reason they can't put it together. So
they had Brandon Staley calling the defensive plays, so that
Oh, that's why. Never mind.
Yeah. So they got rid of him.
Yeah, I don't know, man. We'll see, man. I think he'll get a job somewhere. But
yeah, for sure. His resume speaks for itself, man. He walks in the building, and I feel like he started getting discredited as the years started to go by without Tom Brady, and you started to see the success.
Well, because
with Tom Brady.
but the thing is, like, because of his success, most of his success came when he had Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
So when Tom left, first year he leaves, he gets a chip in Tampa.
Yeah.
New England hasn't. I don't think they've reached the postseason since Tom Brady has left New England.
Yeah, no.
So that's why I think people were like on his head, like, well, clearly it was all Tom and not you. But I mean, it was both. Tom understood, like, and you gotta remember too, like Tom Brady was taking pay cuts to get players on the team.
He wanted to win.
He wanted to. So he didn't care about he cared about the money, but if you asked him what was more important, money or winning, he would have told you winning.
Yeah.
The money came because he was winning, so it didn't matter what he was getting paid to play.
Mm-hmm. He was getting all that on the return of like endorsement deals and everything.
Exactly. And then you got to remember too, like, bro, if there was no Tom Brady, nobody would know Julian Edelman.
Mm-mm.
Nobody would know Danny Amendola.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
those are like the main two that I can think of, because everybody else was good enough. If they had played somewhere else, they would have made a name for themselves still. Like,
he even had a Wes Welker.
Yeah, Wes Welker, that's another one. Like, nobody would know who that man was had it not been for Tom Brady. I think the only person that I would say that would have still been a great player, even if they didn't play for the Patriots, is Gronk.
Yeah, Gronk is a dog.
Yeah, Gronk is a dog. So I think if he had played anywhere else, he still would have been that guy. Yeah. And the only reason I know somebody's probably thinking Randy Moss. The only reason I didn't mention Randy Moss is because it's Randy Moss.
Yeah, his name speaks for himself.
Like, he didn't
Moss is a beast.
Yeah, he didn't need Tom Brady, and Tom Brady didn't even need him.
Just throw it to him. Yeah, he gonna get it.
Saying? Like, I do wish that they had won that chip that year for Randy Moss, really. You know, but it ain't happen. But like, again, Randy Moss didn't need him. So if you're wondering why I didn't mention him, that's why.
Yeah, facts. But
yeah, man.
I mean, I feel like, Belichick's resume speaks for itself. And I think with the right pieces, because that's one thing about Belichick, he wasn't that much of a good drafter. He didn't draft well at all. You could see that as the personnel group started to build in the Patriots after Tom Brady left, that there's not much here to work with. So hopefully he can go around a group that does have the pieces there already, and he could just coach them up, because he's not no pushover. That's one thing about Belichick.
He's definitely not.
Yeah, Belichick, he going whip you straight, and he going to get it right. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes, but he's going to get a job regardless where he goes.
Man. So since we on him, and since they coach together, I think we should talk about Saban, bro, because that's another one.
Yeah, man. Saban is hanging it up, man. And for me, I'm not really a college football watcher, but you know who Nick Saban is.
Oh, facts, bro.
Yeah, like he's a household name even if you don't watch college football. And I wasn't really too big into college football, but you knew that him and Alabama were a force to be reckoned with his tenure there. So a lot of people chalked it up to him, like if it was the NILs or if it's the transfer portal that made him, want to hang it up.
Yeah.
But he shot that down and said that wasn't the reason, and it just basically became to old age and health concerns. So,
but now he said he sat down with, I think, Reese Davis when he announced it, and he said health wise, he said he's fine. He said his wife is fine.
Yeah.
He said it was just time. So I mean, when you look at it, like, the man is 72.
Yeah.
Now clearly he doesn't look like he's 72. I thought he was in his 60s. Not even gonna lie.
I thought even with Pete Carroll, I thought the same thing too.
Yeah,
Pete Carroll looks great for his age.
Yeah, and it's probably because they've been making sure they stay pretty healthy because they coaching.
Yeah.
So, but nah, man. So Nick Saban, he coached at he was at Kent State for 3 years.
Yep.
He was the outside linebacker coach at Syracuse for a year in 77.
Mm-hmm.
He was the DB coach at West Virginia, Ohio State, and the Naval Academy, as well as Michigan State, where he was the DC as well. And then he was the DB coach for the Houston Oilers.
Mm.
And then he left there, was the head coach at Toledo in 90 for I think a year. And then in 91, from 91 to 94, he was the DC with the Browns, where Belichick was the head coach.
Yeah.
And then he left the NFL again, went to Michigan State for 4 years, LSU for 4 years. And then he went back to the NFL to coach Miami for about a year, 2 years.
Uh-huh.
And then he's been at Alabama from 07 till his recent announcement of retiring.
Yeah, 17 seasons. So
the man been coaching a long time.
And then Kent State too with them boys.
Kent State, I forgot to mention, he played at Kent State. So
his whole life just been revolving around football.
Whole life been around football, bro.
At 72, you gotta hang it up at some point,
But like his coaching record is ridiculous, bro.
That resume is sick. Won 7 of them things.
Yeah, his coaching record is overall 292 wins, 71 losses in college. Yeah, in college.
It's ridiculous. That's crazy.
15 and 17 in the NFL. His bowl record is 19 and 12, 9 and 5 CFP tournament, and then of course the 7 national championships, 1 with LSU, and of course we know where the other 6 came from.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. That boy got an accomplishment, and he definitely changed the culture in Alabama for sure. So
yeah, and then, did you hear who they hired?
Mm-mm.
Bro, they hired the coach from Washington. They announced that today.
Did they?
Yes.
Dang, they found a replacement like that.
They hired the coach from Washington today, bro.
What's the how's his resume? Like, how does he look?
Man, I don't even know. I didn't even look. I didn't know nothing about him until obviously Washington decided they wanted to shake up the college football world this year.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's crazy.
Let me see. Let me look him up real quick. But yeah, bro, there was a few people they mentioned, and I'm so glad they didn't pick up this dude. They mentioned Dan Lanning from Oregon.
Okay.
I'm glad they didn't hire him.
Yeah. Wasn't he the one talking crazy about Sanders?
Yep. He the one, bro. He the one. I was talking crazy. And what kills me is people were pretty much applauding him for what he said. And I'm like, yo, y'all really applauding this man for tearing down another grown man who's done more in his lifetime than he has?
Yeah.
Y'all,
that's crazy.
Man, y'all are crazy, bro. Y'all got a sad life.
Yeah. But hey, man, Colorado gonna get their get back eventually because they building a squad over there.
Bro, they picked up the number 1 lineman in the country.
That's what they needed.
They picked up the number 1 lineman in the country, bro. And then they picked up a bunch of linemen in the portal too. They got a bunch of players that came through the portal, man. So it's bro, people first of all, we're gonna get back to the next day, but Deion Sanders is a Super Bowl winning coach.
Yeah.
The man won a Super Bowl with the Niners and won 2 with the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't want to play for a guy who played at the highest level and achieved what every guy who goes to the NFL is trying to achieve?
Yeah, he's one of the greatest players to ever play the game.
Right. Yeah. He's probably the greatest athlete, one of the greatest athletes to play. Dude played baseball.
He played baseball.
Yeah.
And then went to go play a game back in the NFL.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's these people hating on Deion. He's arrogant. No, he's just confident in who he is.
He's confident in who he is. Yeah, exactly.
If you follow his career, this is who Deion has been.
Yeah.
He ain't switch up. He been this way.
Yeah.
And it's his kids are the same way. He's instilled that same confidence in his boys. So it's y'all don't see what y'all consider arrogant. Yo, it's not arrogance. It's arrogant to you because you probably insecure in who you are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like,
yeah, Deion, he's a well polished athlete, man. So, and this season was basically like their tour to say like, yo, come to the school, and it's working. They getting some people over there, and they might make a push this year.
Yeah, man. So, all right. So Nick Saban's replacement is Kalen DeBoer. I think that's how you say his last name. His coaching record right now is 104-12. It's not bad. Yeah. Obviously, he led the Huskies to a 21 game winning streak before they lost to Michigan in the championship game.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad. It's not bad at all, actually. Yeah, I don't know I'm not saying too much on him, but I mean, like.
But do we think Alabama is still gonna have that same pull that they had in the years prior with the transfer portal and everything that's going about? Like, is it still that powerhouse?
So. I mean, I think you're still gonna get players solely because it's Alabama. They'll still get guys to come.
Yeah, but I think Nick Saban not being there is going to make it like, is this program even worth going to now? I mean,
I get what you're saying.
I feel like with Nick Saban, like, I think his age played like a major factor and whatnot, and just like it's time to hang it up. But that transfer portal, I think that all played a factor, whether that's minimum, very minimal, but that was something that's probably was in his head, like, yo.
Yeah. Well, he mentioned
it's not the same.
Yeah, it's not, bro. It's not at all. But he mentioned to Reese Davis how people were asking him to pretty much like, could he commit to like 3 and 5 years if they were to come, and he was honest. He was like, yo, I can't. Like, I'm he's 72. Like, he really can't make that commitment right now.
Yeah.
Like, anymore. Like, yeah, you can make that commitment when you're 40. You know, even 50, you can make that commitment. But 72, like, you asking me to give you 5 years? I'd have put him at 77, almost 78.
Yeah, I think he flipped that question too and asked one of like the players, like, can you commit to Alabama for 4 years straight? And it was like, no, heck no. So it's like, why are you trying to ask him at his age at 72?
Right.
So it makes sense.
Yeah, especially like you said with the portal, and especially the portal, because people are going to where they're going to get that bread at. And bro, I get it. Like, you trying to get paid, you know, because like I think we talked about this too. Like, some of these guys, they may not make the NFL, so this is it.
They're gonna wreak everything that they can. They trying to get it out there.
Yeah, and then especially with the I don't know when they're gonna drop it. They got to stop playing with me. But that new they're gonna bring back the college football game.
Oh yeah, the NCAA game. Yeah.
So
and their likeness might get paid off of that too.
Yeah. So like, folks is about to get paid, man. And some of these kids, like we said, you know, they may not make the league. And then some of these kids, this is probably the most money they've ever seen. So of course they're gonna chase a bag.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. It's such a different. It's came a long way from like the early 2000s, from all of his time to like now. Like, it's just crazy, like how much, like, because that's something that they were like, people were like, you know, they wanted that to happen. They wanted these players to get paid because, you know, some of these players, like, they're really good and then they get like an unforeseen injury, and now that makes their draft stock go down, plummet, and now they don't end up getting paid anymore. So it's like, yo, let these kids start getting this bread, because these schools is eating. These schools is getting their money. These schools, they making millions on millions on millions of dollars every year off of these kids.
Stupid.
So it's like, so it's like, yo, give these kids some of that bread, let them do their thing, and it's a good thing to see too. I think these kids deserve it.
Yeah, it's either you got that or you gonna have another Johnny Manziel incident.
His story's crazy. Crazy.
You seen that John on Netflix?
Yes, bro. Bruh. His story is crazy, but and I think that's good, because he lived an unhealthy lifestyle in college, but who's to say that doesn't open up the door, like, you know, these kids getting this much money now, like, to open up an unhealthy lifestyle, you know, for them while doing it,
right?
Because, you know, you're a young kid, you get all that, you start getting all this bread, that can open up things. But
bro, how many 19-year-olds making $2 million?
Crazy, bro.
Just from playing
I know
football.
If I had $2 million at 19, You can't tell me nothing.
Like, bro, I don't even want to think about me at 19 with $2 million.
Bro, I'm spending it on the dumbest things. It's not even funny, bro. So it can be a double-edged sword at the end of the day. It can be no better than Johnny Manziel. Who knows? I just think it's better that these kids are getting it now with coaches and everybody knowing that they're getting it, so they can put the proper amount of people around these kids to start, developing them mentally, and this is how you handle this much money. This is what you should do. This and the third. So,
nah, I think that's good. I think, and hopefully the coaches are doing that. Making sure that these kids ain't just out here blowing their money, and hopefully they got parents who ain't taking advantage of the money they bringing in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's crazy. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, bro. Family and money, bro. Yeah.
That could change the whole dynamic of a family.
Oh
yeah. Yeah, that's a bad formula right there.
Yeah,
but,
bro.
Hey man, shout out to Nick Saban, man, on a legendary career, man. Like I said, I didn't watch college football that much, but I know who Nick Saban is, and that boy, he was in almost every national championship whenever I watched it growing up. So shout out to him, man.
And then too, you gotta. I didn't think about this, but I saw this post about Nick Saban, bro. The talent that he put in the NFL, bro.
Oh my gosh, bro. The names of the people that he put in, like, it's crazy how many people that he's mentored, coached.
Like y'all quarterback, Jalen.
Yeah.
Even though he was there before he went to Oklahoma, so you got Jalen. Yeah. You got Tua. You got
if you want to put
Devontae Smith.
The Heisman winner. Yep.
Yeah. Then you got Mark Ingram. You got
want to put Mac
Henry, Jones.
Yeah,
Bryce Young. Trent Richardson, bro, who I almost forgot about.
He had Henry Ruggs too.
Ruggs, Jerry Jeudy, Mechie, that's down there with CJ in Houston.
Yep.
Like, he put out a lot. Like
a lot. And we're only talking about recent talent. Like, you could go down this list for hours, days on like old talent that he put out there. So like, many. It's crazy, bro.
There's so
crazy.
Many people. There's another quarterback he put out too.
When?
Like, but this is way before Tua and Jalen and Mac. I can't even think of Buddy's name right now.
He touched so much talent that went through the NFL, bro. Like,
but when it came to running backs and wide receivers, he put out a bunch though.
That was a committee.
Oh yeah.
That was a committee, bro.
He put out a bunch. My eyes tweaking.
But shout out to my boy Nick, man. Go crazy. Congrats on the career. We applaud you, man. But moving on to the next guy.
See, now you got me about to go look up like these players, bro, because I'm like, bro, I got
It's a list, man. It's years, bro. Years of greatness. And it's not even like, yes, you have with the output that he had, you've had some flops that go into the NFL. But the ratio from flops to decent talent in the NFL is second to none, bro.
I'm trying to find this because when I saw that list, I was like, bro, this is nuts.
Yeah.
Was it Bleacher Report? I think it was Bleacher Report. Yeah. Okay, here. So Bleacher Report, they got it. So the QBs, we named all of them. Jalen, Tua, Bryce Young, Mac Jones. Running backs, Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs, Najee Harris, Jahmyr Gibbs, Mark Ingram, Eddie Lacy, bro, and Trent Richardson.
Big boy.
Bro, receivers, you got Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, who had that dumb game a few weeks ago.
Yes.
Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, Jerry Jeudy, Calvin Ridley. Defense, you got Minkah Fitzpatrick, Pat Surtain II, Trayvon Diggs, Marlon Humphrey, Quinnen Williams, Will Anderson Jr., and Dante Hightower.
These are like all pro names, bro. It's
like
crazy, bro.
Every name I listed, bro, they weren't bums in the NFL, bro.
No, not at all. Not
except Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah. Other than that, you got some names on there, bro. You got some names.
Even though Mac Jones hasn't had the greatest career thus far. That first and second year, he was a
Pro Bowler. He was a Pro Bowler at one point.
That first year.
Yeah, he was a Pro Bowler.
And Bryce Young, it's his first year. He's with Carolina, and that's all I'm gonna say.
And that team is in shambles, bro.
Shambles.
Yeah, they're gonna get it. I believe that he's gonna get it together.
Oh yeah, but like everybody else I mentioned, bro, like Bruh.
No slouches on that list.
No
slouches. So
no.
That just speaks on his program that he and that culture that he put, man. Like greatness comes from that, and who knows, man. Who knows? Hopefully Alabama can keep it going.
Hopefully, because right now they're like Alabama's known as like if you want to get to the NFL, you go to Alabama.
Yeah. There's a handful of schools, and that's at the very top. So, man, shout out to him.
Number 2 is, of course, Georgia. Apparently,
Georgia.
Ask Philly.
Oh yeah.
Everybody in the last 3 years they've drafted have come from Georgia.
But it's like, I don't know what the output that we've been putting out there on that field, because it's been mainly on defense. That output, I don't know. Maybe it's not the committee to go to. Who knows? I think Jordan Davis is probably the best one that we got out of that school. So I don't know. We'll see. Man. Hopefully they get developed. Hopefully it's a coaching issue. I don't know. That's another conversation later in this pod that we're gonna see.
We're gonna see.
But Pete Carroll, man, after 14 seasons of being the head coach for the Seahawks, obviously his resume is decent. Two Super Bowl appearances, 1 championship. He was evolved to a advisor role. But he has some things to say about that move happening. He released some statements today, and he said it wasn't football people that decided that move. And he said it makes it difficult to like try to explain that move from it not being from football people. So given that, what do we think about that?
Well, I want to know who made the move then.
Yeah, he never really specified it. He just said like it was a handful of individuals that made that move that aren't football people.
Oh man,
they're more on like the business side of it. If we were to say that.
For people who probably didn't even play football.
Yeah, they don't watch it. They don't really do much.
Probably don't play Madden.
Yeah.
Wow.
Probably, yeah. So what do we think of that?
Man, I don't even know, especially knowing that because I didn't know that. So,
do you think it's fair?
I mean, no, because they didn't have a bad season. Yeah, they missed the playoffs.
It was a disappointing season.
Yeah, but it wasn't a bad season. And of course, the thing with Pete Carroll has been since Russ left is like, well, what's going to happen now? Like, is he going to have that same success? And I mean, Geno Smith obviously is not Russell Wilson, but Russell Wilson ain't been Russell Wilson in a minute. So right now, when you look at that trade, it looks like Seattle won that trade based on the last 2 years. Now, Russ was better this year, top 5 in a couple categories for quarterbacks.
Yeah, and I don't think the environment helped that team at all. That Denver situation seems like a toxic environment.
It does, man. It does. Yeah. And the toxicity has just spewed over into these fans, and I don't understand these people here. It's like, why do y'all waste y'all Sundays going to watch these boys play? Y'all already know how it's going to go down.
Yeah, Sean Payton ain't helping that out.
He's really not.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Hearing that, like, especially after, like I said, the last 2 years where there was, not a whole lot of hope in Seattle with Russ leaving, and then to see what they did these 2 years, I think it was a premature move.
Yeah, I think that first year that Geno got that start, I think they overachieved what many people didn't believe in. They didn't believe in that organization even getting into the playoffs. They did. They had a decent season that year. Got into the playoffs. And second year, they set. I think the expectations were a lot higher due to that first year of Geno starting.
Yeah.
And they didn't meet it. So I think that I think it was just solely off his age, bro. I think that age is playing a big factor of like, you're 72. Let's move you to an advisor role so that way we don't have you all the responsibilities that you have to take with a head coaching job.
Yeah.
I think it was solely off that these people made that move.
Yeah, and I mean, I can respect them, like respect the fact that they didn't just toss him out. It was like, sure. They see the value he brings. They see what he's put into that organization over 14 seasons. So it's like, let's keep him. Let's keep him in some capacity because he's an asset to this organization. So I'm cool with them keeping him on in some capacity. I don't like how they did it. Knowing what I know now, like I don't like how they went about it, especially the people who made the decision. Like, bro, do you even know what a first down is?
Facts, right? After that statement, it makes you question a lot of things because we all know that the NFL is just the business side. It's a business. The business side of it is going to be rough. NFL really stands for not for long. If you're not producing, like it's really like it's a business at the end of the day.
The no fun league.
Yeah, the no fun. That's crazy. Like I can't stand the NFL sometimes when they do crazy things. But
oh man, but I'm with you. It's definitely a business.
It's a business at the end of the day. So they're gonna appease to whatever brings in the most money. If they feel that you're no longer of value, regardless what you've done in the past before, they're gonna move on with you. I feel like he did get a kind of a graceful exit, like you said, with the advisor. Like he got put into an advisor role. He's still with the organization. But with all that being said, do we think that he gets another head coaching job anywhere else?
Well, the thing is, can he even? I guess it depends on like the contract with him being this whole thing with him being an advisor.
Yeah, like because he has stated that he's still open to being a head coach somewhere, but he wouldn't hold his breath on it.
So I mean, I don't even know who would go after him though. Probably
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know who would go after him, and it's not because he's a bad coach. I think they're probably looking at his age, like this group of people were.
Yeah, it's starting to become like kind of like, not to say that he doesn't know what he's doing or he's too old to know what he's doing, but that kind of football is starting to get outdated, and it's time to evolve with sometimes and pick different brains that are within the NFL, like especially from like the Kyle Shanahan tree. Like you can see that tree has they're younger coaches now, and you're getting exciting offenses, you're getting all these things, and I think when you have the firepower that you had with Seattle. Even though a lot of their flaws were defensively, but when you have that firepower that you got in Seattle, that you should be producing much more offense. And I think that they want to go and expand and see what other brands that they can pick on the offensive side of the football. So who knows? I don't think he's gonna get a head coaching job.
I don't know either, man. But what's crazy is Pete Carroll is, I think, one of two coaches to have won a Super Bowl and a college championship.
Yeah, left college and came into the NFL and went crazy too. It was like a smooth transition.
Oh yeah, the only other person to do that is the guy who just won the college championship.
Yeah, so who knows, man? I don't think he's getting a job anywhere. But
we'll see. I mean,
we've seen crazier things happen.
That's what I was about to say. Crazier things have happened. Like referees giving the game to Dallas when Detroit should have won. But that's neither here nor there.
Sick, man. Sick. Well, who knows, man? But we got playoffs, man. Playoffs is here. Got an exciting playoff bracket coming up, man.
Who plays Saturday?
So, this is the breakdown. These are the teams that are in the playoffs right now. So, for the AFC, the number 1 seed is the Ravens. They're on a bye week. Number 2, Bills. 3 seed, Kansas City. 4 seed, Texans. 5 seed, Browns. 6 seed Miami, 7 seed Pittsburgh. That just snuck in. NFC.
I hope they get blown out first game.
Yeah, I don't. They play the Bills, so I
hope they get destroyed.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be much of a game. But on the NFC side, you got the number 1 seed in San Francisco 49ers. They got a bye week. Number 2, Cowboys. Number 3, Lions. Bucks at number 4. 5 is the Eagles. 6 is the Rams. 7 is the Packers.
You already know what I'm about to say.
Go ahead, bro.
Cowboys going down.
Yeah. Packers is
Packers
might upset.
Packers with the upset.
Packers might upset. But
come on,
so we got
Matt
games on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. On the Saturday schedule, we got the first game being the Browns versus the Texans. How do you think that's going to turn out?
I'm going with the Browns, bro. That defense is nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going with the Browns, bro. CJ Stroud is great. I think he's the offensive rookie of the year. I don't think there's anybody else that should have that award. But if I'm honest, bro, that Browns defense has been nasty.
Yeah, man. That Brown defense is crazy, bro. And Kevin Stefanski is coach of the year for sure. He's coach of the year.
I don't know about that, bro.
Whoa, who do you think's coach of the year?
Who's the coach in Houston?
We're not giving him that, bro. Bro, have you seen? Yes, I know that the Texans were a bad team last year. And they're a playoff team this year.
Hold on, listen.
Go ahead. I'm going to let you get yours off.
If you give Brian Dable that award last year for what he did in New York, you need to give D'Amico that award this year.
No, but it's totally different, bro. Think about it like this, right? Kevin Stefanski has dealt with, I think, 4 backup quarterbacks every time that Deshaun Watson has gone down. Their franchise quarterback, which they paid a lot of money to. I don't agree with it. Doesn't necessarily mean he's a good quarterback, but that's their starter, right?
Right.
They've had backups go down, and Kevin Stefanski had to make do with ever backup. I think there was 4 total or 5 total backups that he had like to coach. That is absurd. That team shouldn't even be in the playoffs. Yes, they have a great defense, but you still need to put together an offensive game plan to be able to score.
I'm with you. I'm going with DeMeco though, bro. His first year. His first year, you get a stud at quarterback in the draft. Nico Collins is your wide receiver 1, bro.
All right, so tell me this. Riddle me this, right? If CJ Stroud were to go down and they bring back in David Mills, do you think that DeMeco Ryans is going to do what he did with CJ Stroud with David Mills?
I don't know, because David Mills had to step in when CJ Stroud was out due to that concussion. And I do believe Houston won one of those 2 games.
Do you think that he can provide a stretch of games with that quarterback?
Wow. Who knows?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Bro, did you really think? Name all the quarterbacks that freaking Cleveland had. Do you think, did anybody think that they were going to do what they did?
That's my point. That's my point. That's why Kevin Stefanski should be coach of the year. They weren't so. Given the bumps in the road that they had, bro, I don't think that they should have been here. Most teams are not going to be here.
I get what you're saying, but I still think they got to where they're at is because of the strength of that defense.
Then Nick Chubb goes down. Let's not forget about that. Nick Chubb goes down. We was like, oh, it is cooked. That's their best offensive player on the field. Guess what? It's like it never happened. They still win, what, 11 games?
Kareem Hunt and who else? Jerome Ford?
Jerome Ford was their main back at first for a while, and then Kareem Hunt came in. He started taking most of the snaps. But we thought it was cooked.
We did.
We thought it was cooked. I thought it was cooked. I'm like, it's over with.
Listen, I'm still gonna say that defense is the strength of that team, bro. I'm not negating nothing you said.
No, for sure. No. That defense is the strength of the team.
I'm not negating nothing you said about the quarterback situation, Nick Chubb going down. Like, all of that is those are all valid points. I just think because of the dumpster fire that Houston was, and the fact that you get a stud at quarterback and you got a first-year coach who we knew defensively was solid because of what he did in San Francisco. But I just think because of, like, what he walked into, that's why I think you got to give it to him, man.
So do you think that, because I think if we go off dumpster fires, there's no greater team that's a dumpster fire than the Browns was.
Houston was a dumpster fire for a minute.
For sure. But Houston also had recent greatness, or like recent success, not greatness, recent success, where they could have went to the Super Bowl one year with Deshaun Watson, where when they had Deshaun Watson, that they've had recent success.
I agree, but since that situation went down with Deshaun,
yeah,
and he left Houston, it's been, and J.J. Watt left Houston and went to Arizona. It's like, man, Houston has been a dumpster fire. Was it Lovie Smith that got fired after 1 year, or was it who was it? It was a couple coaches they done went through.
Who, Houston?
Yeah,
I think it might have been Lovie Smith.
It's been a couple coaches I think they done went through that after 1 year were let go. So that's what I'm saying. Like, for me, that's why I'm riding with DeMeco, just because of everything that transpired post Deshaun Watson, how that team was looking, that whole organization. And then, like I said, you get C.J. Stroud at the second pick in the draft. And, of course, we knew what he did at Ohio State. But, like, let's be real. How many quarterbacks from Ohio State have actually produced when they got to the league? Not many. So, for him to come in as a rookie and do what he did in Houston, for DeMeco to have that defense at times, because they weren't consistent, but at times had that defense looking the way they were in certain situations during certain games, it just that organization as a whole, like, they haven't won 10 games since, I don't even remember.
Yeah,
it's been a minute since they've won 10 games. So that's why I'm going with Houston. Now, I won't be mad if they give it to Kevin, because again, like you said, all of those points you made are valid. Like, he had a lot.
I can't name a lot of coaches that, given the situation that Cleveland went through this year, that they're succeeding. Even with, like, bringing up Deshaun Watson, taking him And that stigma, like, you still have that stigma floating around about Deshaun Watson, and you have him on that team to block out all the outside noise. And then when he starts going down, and he barely played half the season, when he started going down, then you got your backups getting hurt, so you got to bring in the backups, and then you got to bring in Joe Flacco, who's mowing his lawn one random Monday and gets a call, or one random Saturday gets a call, yo, you're about to play. And now look, he's on this stretch where he's, playing good.
Player of the year. I gotta give it to Joe, bro.
I don't know about that one. I might give it to Baker.
Nah, bro.
It's going to go to DeMar Hamlin.
Nah, it better not.
It's going to, bro.
Not.
It's going to. I think he's the favorite.
Yeah, but that's only because of the situation. But think about this, bro. Joe Flacco was mowing his lawn, bro. Flacco wasn't even playing football.
Yeah, I think that's crazy, bro. Like, I mean, I wouldn't be mad if he wins it. I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't be mad if he wins it, but I just think the body of work that Baker's put together in this season has given him like if Joe Flacco were to come in week 5 and been playing football, and same situation, like they caught him mowing his lawn or on the couch sleeping or whatever in his crib, and week 5 he comes in and he has this insane stretch of just playing football, I'll be like, yo, Joe Flacco undoubtedly is the comeback player of the year.
Man, I don't care when you come in. The fact that you was mowing your lawn on Saturday and they called you to come play Sunday and you did what you did, bro.
Then he's sleeping on a sideline mid game. But hey, man, I wouldn't be mad at it. I can see it happening.
Bro, Joe sitting over there like this.
He was asleep, bro, in a blowout win,
bro.
I mean, hey, I wouldn't be mad at it, bro. But man, I don't think neither of them gonna win it. It's gonna be DeMar Hamlin, and
they gonna give it to DeMar. Just like I said, it's just because of the situation.
The situation. And granted, it's a beautiful story.
Yeah,
it's a great story. It's a miracle.
I don't know how many snaps has he really been playing this year though?
He's only played like 2, probably like I think he played like a special team snap and like a 3 snaps total on defense. I don't know. I could be wrong, but he has not played a significant amount of snaps to allow him to win that award. So, but he's gonna win. He's gonna win it.
I don't. I get it. I'll just say that I get it, man. I get it.
Yeah. So bringing it back into the Browns Texans, you have the Browns winning that game. What's your score prediction?
I'm gonna go 28-23.
Ooh, that's a high scoring game. 28-23?
I think 28-23.
Okay. I got the Browns winning. I got it 24-17. Browns. I think that defense is going to lock them down.
I was going to go 21-17, but I was like, nah, I think the Browns might put up.
The only reason why I think the Texans don't score that much is because they have been riddled with injuries on some key players this week that's come up on the injury report, that have been limited practice or not practicing. Like Noah Brown, I think he's been limited practicing. So it can go one or two ways.
I had it that I'm giving the defense a touchdown. That's probably why I said 28-23, because I think the defense gonna score one.
Yeah, the defense gonna score. That's such a stingy defense. But hey, man, CJ Stroud, rookie offensive player of the year.
Oh, hands down. There's nobody else.
I think Puka might win it. Because he broke the record.
Puka.
Because he broke the record.
Okay.
But you have compelling arguments. They're both in the playoffs, and you could say that.
Is Kyron Williams a rookie?
He is, but he missed too many games though. I don't think he's gonna get it because he does have Puka on that team.
Yeah, but both.
I don't think Kyron's a rookie.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken. No, Kyron's not a rookie. But
yeah, I forgot about Puka.
I think Puka's gonna get it, bro. They are in the playoffs, and a lot of that success from the Rams has come from Puka because Cooper missed a couple games, and Puka's just been on his tear, 1,400 and something yards like that.
I won't be mad. I won't be mad if he wins it either.
Yeah, I don't know. If one of those teams didn't make the playoffs, I think you could give it to whoever it was that made the playoffs. So
But like I said, I think going back to what I said, even with D'Amico winning Coach of the Year, I think they're gonna give it to CJ because of what Houston was before he got there.
Yeah,
like the Rams just came off a Super Bowl win a couple years back, so
yeah,
you know. But again, like Puka breaking the records that he did is definitely, he's got a strong case to win it.
Facts. So, Hey, man, that's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a very defensive game for the Browns, and I think they're gonna pull it out. But then after that, on Saturday, we have Miami versus the Chiefs. Tyreek goes back to Arrowhead.
I'm going with the Chiefs, and the only reason I'm going with the Chiefs is because of the weather.
Yeah, the weather's supposed to be crazy. They've been notifying the fans it's gonna be dangerous conditions.
It's supposed to be like negative 28, something like that.
So it's -1 degrees, but with wind chill of -23.
Heck nah, bro. I'm not going out there.
I'm taking probably $5.
I'm not watching that game. Yeah. Not in person. I'm not. I'll be
in the crib with the heater on. Right. Yeah, I'm watching it there. I'm comfortable. I wouldn't even make the trip if I'm from Miami.
That's crazy.
I'm staying in nice old Miami.
That's crazy.
But I think this is going to be a huge game. I don't think it's going to be a very offensive game due to the fact of the conditions. But this game is going to be a momentum booster for whoever wins. And I got the Chiefs winning 17-14.
Yeah, I would say that too.
Yeah, 17-14. It's going to be heavy on the run. And I think that 17-14 is still too much because them conditions ain't going to be good.
But I mean, I think 17-14 is I think that's a good one.
Yeah. So do you think that Tyreek has a good game because he has so much to play for, or is it just because of the weather?
I think because of the weather, bro. I don't know. He's played there for majority of his career. He's been there, so he's not. It's not foreign to him, you know.
Yeah.
Not Tua. Tua's from Hawaii, where I'm from. Tua played at Alabama. They don't get like that at Alabama.
Yeah.
Tua about to be in a world of hurt. It's not gonna be good.
Hurting, boy. Oh my goodness.
It's not gonna be good.
I can't imagine playing in that type of weather. And the only reason why I give it to the Chiefs is because yes, they're in Kansas City. They faced these conditions before, and they have Patrick Mahomes. I don't think you can really count Patrick Mahomes out. You can count his receivers out, that's for dang sure, but you can't count his
his receivers are except for that one guy. Outside of Travis Kelce, was it Rashad White?
Watson?
Rice.
Yeah, Rashid Rice. Yeah, he's gonna be good, but if his receivers can't catch in the hot or in the warm or in the cool, they definitely ain't catching it. It is gonna be brick out there. So I got Chiefs winning 17-14. Momentum booster of a game for whoever wins, but that's my prediction. Yeah, so Sunday we have games. We have 3 bracket of games. On the first game we have the Bills playing Pittsburgh, but Pittsburgh going to Buffalo. And that's at 1 p.m. Who you got?
Buffalo, because I can't stand Pittsburgh because the only reason Pittsburgh is in is because we lost. So I hope and I hope Pittsburgh gets destroyed in Buffalo.
I got them getting blown out.
I hope the terrible towels get burned in Buffalo.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, Buffalo fans be in the parking lot, like diving into tables, bro.
They have one of the best tailgates. Like they be going crazy. So my dad, he years ago, he went to a Buffalo game. I forget when it was, but he said when he went there, he said it's one of the best tailgates he ever had. He had some of the greatest food. People were amazing because it's right next to Canada.
Bro, these fools are diving from the trucks onto tables,
lighting tables on fire.
Bruh.
Going crazy. I would love to see that.
Like, I would just go just to say, and I want a shirt too after I go that says, I survived.
I survived the Bills tailgate. Buffalo Mafia's tailgate.
I survived the Bills Mafia tailgate. Like, they crazy, man.
They go hard out there, man. They go hard out there. And but aside from them, bro, the Bills have been red hot.
Bills have, except for last week. That last game.
Yeah, last week they pulled it. They pulled it off somehow. I don't know how, but even that, I think that speaks to a testament of how much this team has grown. Because if you look at whenever they played the Eagles and we had that overtime game, we were 10-1. Bills were 6-6, I believe they were, and they went from 6-6 to what is it? 11-6. I think they lost one game probably. 11-7. They've turned it up, and you could tell it was a tale of two teams. Like in that game, one team took it they lost, took it and ran with it and became greater. One team won that game and became worse. But that team has been on a mission. Now they're in the playoffs. They weren't supposed to be there. They're there, and I think they're gonna cause some noise during this playoff run, bro.
Oh, for sure.
They're gonna blow the Steelers out. I think it's gonna be 24-7. And that's me being modest. I think it can go higher than that. So I got the Bills winning. I think I don't think it's gonna be a contest at all.
None whatsoever.
Especially because they're at home too. Yeah, Bills Mafia is about to go crazy. And then after that game, we got the second slate of games. We have Green Bay at Dallas.
I'm going Green Bay because I just don't like Dallas.
Man.
I'm going Green Bay. I don't care for Dallas.
I hate Dallas. You know how I get down with Dallas. I can't stand Dallas. But I do believe there's a possibility that an upset can happen.
Oh, I'm going with the upset, bro. I think, especially because, again, it's the same thing I've said about another team. Bro, Jordan Love came in after Aaron Rodgers bounced, went to the Jets, got hurt in the first 4 plays of the first game of the season, got hurt. And so I don't think anybody had expectations of Green Bay, especially after Aaron Rodgers last season. So the fact that they played well this season, struggled at times, but for the most part played well, made the playoffs. And coming into the playoffs, is when they probably played their best football.
Yep.
Like right now,
because they played decent in the beginning of the year, and then they hit like a wall, but then they just picked it right up.
I'm going with them for the upset, bro.
It's
you
very
got a
possible.
Bunch of young guns who right now they playing like with nothing to lose.
Mm-hmm. They play with confidence right now, bro. And Jordan Love has been dangerous this year. Like this last half of the year, he's been dangerous. And historically, Cowboys have struggled with Green Bay.
Historically, Cowboys have struggled in the first round.
Point blank. Point blank, they've struggled. But whenever they had to see Aaron Rodgers and friends in recent history, they struggled. Yeah. But Aaron Rodgers isn't there. But I got Dallas winning this game. As hard as it is for me to say, I got Dallas winning, but it's going to be a close game. I got it being 30-27. But I'm not knocking the upset at all. I'm going
30-27, but the opposite way.
Okay. And the only reason why I got the Cowboys winning is because they're at home. If they were in Lambeau Field, I don't think they win that game.
I don't think they win.
Yeah, they don't win that game.
So I got 30-27, just like you said, but Green Bay.
But flipped.
Yeah, I got 30-20 Green Bay 30-27 off a game-winning field goal.
Okay. I'm with it. I'm here for it, bro.
That's what I got. That's why I'm going with the upset. I'm going with the upset on a game-winning field goal.
I love when Dallas loses, bro. That's like the best thing in my life. I remember when we lost to Tampa in the wild card, and I came home. I was at that game too. When the Eagles played in Tampa, I was there. I came home and saw that Dak did what Dak does in the playoffs against the 49ers, and that was the best day of my life. Was that the
year he didn't give the ball to the ref?
He didn't give the ball to the official, and the time ran out, and he ran it. Yeah, no. That loss from the Eagles act like it never happened once I saw that. And it was the way they lost. But
bro.
Who knows, man? I would love the upset. But after that game, I think we have one of the, other than the Eagles game I'm most excited about, but one of the most exciting games that I'm excited for is the Rams at Lions.
Yeah, that the NFL set up.
Hey, man. I love it. I love the story. They cooking with that script, bro. They cooking.
Boy, you got Matt Stafford returning to Ford Field. No, or is it the other way around? Are they playing in Detroit or are they playing in LA?
They're going to Detroit. To Detroit.
So Matt Stafford returning to Ford Field. You got Jared Goff playing his old team, a team that he took to the Super Bowl and couldn't get it done. And you got Matt Stafford, a team that pretty much gave up on him. He goes to LA and wins the chip in LA. So yeah, the storyline is great.
It's a great story. I love it. This is amazing. I'm excited for this football game because I think that the Rams have been playing outstanding football. Offensively, defensively they've been okay.
Yeah.
But offensively they've been a powerhouse so far this year. At the tail end of this year.
I think this can go either way.
Who you got winning?
I'm going to go with Detroit only because they're home. I'm going to go 24-21 Detroit.
Okay.
It's only because they're home. If they were playing in LA, I would probably have LA winning.
I think Stafford's gonna come in and feel right at home. I think he's gonna be like, "Yo, this was I built this stadium. This is me."
Yeah, I mean that could happen. That could very well happen. And then you got Puka, who's been playing well, Kyron Williams, who's been playing well. So that's what I say. It can go either way.
Then you still got Cooper Kupp, bro. Yeah, he's no slouch.
He's not. But obviously this season, the two we've been talking about have been Puka and Kyron. So but like I said, bro, I think only because Detroit is home. But again, it can go either way.
So what's the score you think?
I think 24-21, bro.
24-21. I got the Rams with the upset. 27-21. I got them winning the game. But I'm excited for this game. This game is going to be good. I'm going to be tuned in. We'll see how it goes. But the Lions, I feel like the Lions, they're well balanced on both sides of the ball, defensively and offensively. And then you have that double-headed monster in the backfield of David Montgomery and Gibbs that can, tear you apart in the run game.
Yes, and then Laporta. Laporta's no slouch. Laporta. St. Brown is no slouch.
Yeah, they got some weapons, man. So it's going to be a good game. Yeah. I think it's going to be a good game. But I think
defensively, you got what? Hutchinson. What's the other
they
dude?
Got C.J. Gardner-Johnson out there in the safety. They got
what's his name?
I think it was a white linebacker. I think.
Yeah.
I forget his name.
Gosh,
he got long hair. I think he got long hair. Yeah, long gold hair or long blonde hair. But that's the thing. They're balanced on both sides of the ball. But I think it's gonna come down to a last possession, and I think if you give Matthew Stafford that ball back, I think he's gonna get that ball back and he'll go down that field and score. Because I think he's just gonna
Anzalano or Anzalon, something like that.
Anzalano. Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But I think Matthew Stafford's gonna get the ball, game-winning drive, say goodbye.
That'd be great. Oh, that would be sick.
They cooked with that script if they did that. If they do that,
sick, bro.
But I'm with it. I love it.
Listen, you excited about them? Who? That's it. Those are the only games?
That's the only games on Sunday, and then Monday we got is us.
I'm going with the Bucks, bro. I'm sorry.
I love it.
I'm going with the Bucks. But
know what, man?
But the only reason I'm going with the Bucks is because I have been disappointed in Philly.
Yeah.
Who
you telling?
Philly has not, like, from where they were last year to this year, Philly is not the same team, bro.
Even like from where they were at the beginning of this year.
Yeah, like what, 10-1?
10-1, bro.
Yeah.
We're 11-6. That's crazy. That's crazy. We have I think we have the same record as the Bills. I think. I don't know.
I think the Bills are 10. I think they're 10. They might be 11.
Bills record. You can even they're 11-6. So we have the same record. And like I told you earlier, it was a tale of two teams that one team lost that game, that overtime game with the Eagles. They lost it and became better. Eagles won it and got worse. And that was like, I think, game of the year at that point. But I got my Eagles winning this game, man. I got my Eagles winning this game. I had written down that we was gonna blow them out because I'm delusional in a way. But I had changed it to us winning the game 27-21 because our defense just sucks, bro. It's a lot of things I can say about this game. There's a lot of speculations that if we lose this game and it's a bad loss, Sirianni's out of here. No coach on that team is safe. Sirianni's out of here. I think so. I know I said last week that he granted a pass because of his resume, but this team lost it. They don't have an identity. That's the one thing about this team. There is no identity to this team. Last year, you could say that the identity of this team was the run game. The run game with Hurts, whether that be Miles Sanders, whether that be Kenneth Gainwell, and that offensive line. Like, that offensive line can change and out-physical a team easily. I can't even tell you what's our identity coming into the playoffs. So, I don't know. I think no coach is safe on this team if we lose this game. This is a really big game for the Eagles. If they come out hot on both sides of the ball, I think we can run the table. I might be delusional, but I think we can run the table.
I think it just depends, bro.
I don't know, man.
I think your Philly. I think your loyalty to Philly is getting to you.
Hey, I could be. It could be. I'm so delusional that I was looking at tickets to go to this game. And I told myself I'm like, I'm not going to this game. And I found myself within an hour of saying that I'm looking at tickets on this game.
Bro, don't do it.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do it.
Man. You know why?
One, because it's gonna rain. It's gonna rain. That's the only reason why I'm probably not gonna go.
You know why you shouldn't do it, bro? You have tickets to something better.
Oh yeah, I'm going to Drake and J. Cole, man.
Yeah, I should have got tickets for my birthday because they come in here and they got 2 shows here.
Hey, pull up the floor. I'll tell Breach you can't go.
Nah, you're not finna get me in trouble.
Hey man,
you're not finna get me in trouble with your wife, bro.
Hey man, I was like, look, Darius like Drake and J. Cole just as much as I do. I know he gonna sing word for word with me on J. Cole parts.
You already know Cole, my guy.
But I don't know, man. It's going that concert's gonna be a great time. But that Eagles game, I don't know. I'm prepared for the worst, but I'm expecting the best. But I'm prepared.
28-14.
Damn. That's kind of disrespectful. But mind you, Baker is playing injured. Baker is playing injured,
and y'all defense has been very disrespectful, and not in a good way.
We get Slay back.
Big play Slay.
We get Slay back. He's if you look at the numbers, he's been having a good year. He missed some time with that injury, and that's when we had a rapid decline. But we got the young guys out there.
I'll give y'all 24-14 then.
All right. Wait. Dang, they scored 20. That's crazy. The offense got worse.
I say 24-14 in favor of Tampa.
Okay. Hey, I don't know. It depends if AJ Brown plays. It's a lot of things, man. We dealing with injuries now at the worst time. Our coaching staff seems incompetent. It's just a lot, man. It's a lot. This Eagles team is a shell of itself from last year. Who knows? It can go any which way, but I got the Eagles going 27-21, like I said. But that's pretty much it from me, man. I can go on a whole episode of the Eagles, but I'm gonna spare the audience that listen, man. But hey, man, you brought us some before we started recording. You brought to my attention something about Melo.
Oh yeah. So yeah, before we get up out of here, man. Carmelo Anthony, went on a podcast 7 p.m. in Brooklyn, and I'm gonna say he was just talking crazy. So everybody knows Melo played. He was drafted to Denver, played in Denver for a few years before he forced his way out and ended up in New York for some years. Everybody knows when Melo was in Denver, he was number 15. And so now his claim is that the organization was being petty when they gave 15 to Jokic, and that they're trying to erase the history of number 15 pre-Nikola Jokic. And in Nikola Jokic, his words, he said 15 was the number he had since he's been playing, and that's only because that was the jersey that fit him.
And this is before Carmelo Anthony said what he said.
Yeah, this is before Melo said what he said recently. So for Jokic, he ain't even thinking about none of that because, and I believe Jokic because I don't even think Jokic really like playing basketball like that, bro.
Yeah, like, he won a championship. He was like, I'm trying to get up out of here.
Right, he was trying to get back to them. I need to get home.
Yeah, he don't. This is a part-time job for him.
Right, exactly. Like y'all seen the interview. He was like, when they asked him about the parade, when is parade?
He did not even. That's crazy.
When is parade? And what did he say after that when they told him?
Still won that chip. That's crazy.
What did he say? They told him when parade. What that man was like,
he was like, man,
no, I need to go home.
I need to go home.
I need to go home, see my horses. Like he does not really like basketball like that, bro. He's just extremely good at it.
Yeah.
And so, my thing is this, like, yes, I get it. I'm gonna tell you like I told my homie. Cause they said that Melo, he's the OG 15, but like Jokic put them on the map. And I told them, no, Melo put y'all on the map. But Jokic did what Melo couldn't do, and that's win y'all a chip.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a complete difference. Now, is Denver in And who knows? Like Denver wasn't really on the map after Melo left. Like people knew we knew about Denver, but it was again because of what Melo did in Denver.
Yeah. But Denver did have a time where they had exciting basketball when they had, who was it, Ty Lawson? They had.
Oh yeah. But I think that's when Melo was there.
No, he had left. He was in New York around that time. That's when they had Kenneth Faried.
Oh, that's right. You right. My bad.
Yeah. So they even had like a good stretch of basketball after that.
And I think Melo was there with AI. That's what it was.
Exactly. AI, J.R. Smith.
Yeah. So Ty Lawson, Iggy, Faried. Faried. Yeah, like.
And I think that's based off of the foundation that Carmelo had laid prior to his exit.
Right.
So, yeah, I think he definitely did put them on the map.
He did. But again, when you look at his career versus Jokic, who's not done playing.
Barely scratched the surface.
Barely. They're not retiring 15 for Melo, man.
No
when they retire 15, it's going to have Jokic's name on the back.
For sure. And it's going to be right next to that banner.
Yeah.
It's
I
think
be right next to that 15 and 27, banner. Bro. They're going to retire 15 for him, and then they're going to retire 27 for Jamal Murray.
Yep. I agree 100%. I agree 100%.
And I love Melo, man. I obviously grew up watching Melo. So, like, do I think Denver, should have retired his number or even considered it? Yeah. But then I get it. Like, if their reasoning is they didn't like the way he left Denver, then I'd be like, bro, y'all got to grow up and get over that.
Facts.
Like, we're adults now. We're all adults.
Because it's not like his departure crippled that team for years to come. Like, they won a championship. I think, winning heals all. Like, regardless of all past transgressions and things of that nature. It's not like that departure crippled them. Yes, they lost a superstar player.
Facts.
But they made up for it in years to come. And I think that even set up a foundation for them to, like, build off of that and build a team that's one of the most complete teams in the league. I think that
oh, excuse me. They ain't playing like it right now, but they
not right now. Yeah, no, not right now. But they won a chip last year.
Yeah, and
who knows, that championship DNA can snap right back into existence.
I don't think they
can get right into it. Hey, who knows?
I don't think so, bro.
We are in what, January of basketball?
I don't think so, bro.
Yeah,
I think
who knows?
I think I don't think they're gonna get it this year, bro.
I do think that the Knicks will retire 7 before Denver retires 15.
100%.
Because that Knicks team was exciting basketball. Yeah. Denver's a 3 seed this year.
Who's 1?
Timberwolves. But
and who's 2?
They're all close. It's 26-11 Timberwolves. Thunder 26-11. Nuggets 26-13.
Yeah, but you want to know why?
It's very close.
But did you see what the Thunder did to Denver recently, bro?
Oh my gosh, yes. You saw who did the Thunder play yesterday?
I don't know, but I did see what Milwaukee
Trailblazers.
That 116 to 58.
No, 139-77.
I know, but at one point I think it was like
it was bad.
Third quarter, it was like 116-58.
Bad. That team is scary.
Yeah,
and they're young.
The Thunder, man.
Chet has been hooping.
Yeah, I had faith that Scoot Henderson would come in and be better than people predicted and win Rookie of the Year, and he's made me look like a fool, bro.
Yeah, he made me look like a fool too, bro. Hey, 31 minutes, you only could offer me 13 points in this game. Yeah. No.
And I don't agree with Chet. I don't agree with Chet only because I feel like, bro, you blew your rookie season because you got hurt. But now you get to play, and this is your second year in the league, but they considered your rookie year. Like, nah,
it's the Ben Simmons thing.
Yeah, I don't like that, bro. I don't like it.
I think when Ben Simmons did it, I agree with it because he was on my team. Because he was redshirted, then he technically, he got his rookie year in his second year. But who says? I think Chet is just. If I'm comparing Ben Simmons and Chet, I think Chet's ceiling is just way higher than Ben Simmons' ceiling was. He's had potential, but eventually reality got to meet potential. But Chet's ceiling is way higher than Ben Simmons was, and technically you have to give it to him. But they've been playing great basketball, this Thunder team, and I don't know, man. This is a scary team. Scoot Henderson looks terrible. He doesn't look like he's ready right at this moment. Maybe they should have redshirted him. He doesn't look like he's ready to play NBA basketball. I think they even put him in the D League or the G League for some time.
They did.
Yeah. And that just speaks to like he's not ready yet. Some players are just not ready in that moment, you know? That's not to say he's a bust because it's only been 1 year.
Right. Like we'll come back to that in like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see how it shapes up. He's not having an Anthony Bennett start. But he's definitely not having the draft pick that the start that he should be having as a draft pick that he was. But yes, like I said, Melo, he's getting retired 7 in New York before 15 in Denver, and that's just gonna be it. I don't think the organization did it on purpose because like we talked about off here. I don't think they knew that Jokic was gonna be great.
Nah,
they didn't think that. So I don't think there was no ill intentions and no malice behind it.
Right, but I also understand like, certain organizations, you just know there's certain numbers. You just know you're not giving those numbers out again. So
hey, what was it? Sorry to cut you off. What was that team that did it? There was a team that did double, retiring of numbers.
LA.
Do you remember? Was it LA?
LA retired both 8 and 24.
No. Was it? Am I getting confused with the same numbers or because I know they retired 2? I think it is. I think it's because they retired 2 numbers for Kobe. I thought there was a team that retired the same number twice.
Oh no.
I might be just pulling things out of mid here.
I know LA retired 8 and 24. I know the league
as they should.
Yeah. I know the league retired number 6 because of Bill Russell.
Because of Bill Russell. Okay.
And then,
I think I was just getting things mixed up.
And then Miami is the only organization that I know of that has retired the number 23.
They did?
And it's not because of LeBron. Yeah, Pat Riley retired 23 for Mike, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's why when LeBron went to Miami.
Well, LeBron took 6. Yeah.
That's why he took 6 because nobody could wear 23.
That's crazy. I mean, hey.
Yeah. Speaking of retiring, Shaq is going to be the first player in Magic history to have his number retired, bro.
Yeah?
Yep.
I mean, he was a beast when he was there, bro.
Bro, crazy.
He's a beast.
Speaking of, did I say Miami or Orlando?
Yeah, you said Orlando.
Okay. Speaking of Orlando, them boys.
They playing ball.
Paulo Banchero.
They playing some ball, bro. I was actually I thought about going to that. I think we have a game coming up. I think it's actually,
bro,
might be today.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm tight, bro. I told my wife, I said, bro, these bums will start playing better once we move, bro.
You was the reason.
I'm like, dang, bro. Why y'all move? Why y'all move when y'all start actually playing good? Nah, like y'all playing exciting. I can't even come see a game. Nah, I got to sit. I ain't going because I ain't going to watch Denver just because I want to go watch Denver. I'm only going to see Denver when LA come to town, or if like, like if who ain't? Speaking of Ja, he's done for the season.
Yeah, shoulder injury, gone. I mean, I feel bad because he dealt with a lot on the off season and during the seasons of last year.
Yeah.
He had a suspension and whatnot.
Yeah.
And he worked his way back and he was playing great ball like he never missed a beat.
Yeah.
And right down the drain because of his shoulder injury. Yeah. That's upsetting.
And then last thing before I forget, Draymond is back.
He's back. And I think that team needs him back because the Warriors suck.
Trash.
Steph can't do it by himself.
Trash.
Steph can't do it by himself. I mean, nobody can. I'm not knocking Steph in any type of way because nobody can do it by themselves. Even in that playoff run that they had that championship year, he still had pieces that came together. At least at that point, Andrew Wiggins was like averaging 17. I think Andrew Wiggins is averaging like 4 points this year. And Clay isn't helping. And did you see what they said? The Golden State fans, they were booing the team.
Yep.
And Clay was like, I don't care. Like, why should I care?
He never does, bro. And
then you see what Curry says.
Nah, I didn't see what Steph said.
I will be booing myself. You see the difference in mindsets there.
Yeah, Clay. Yeah, Clay trying to take on that like Kobe mentality where he don't really care.
Yeah,
and it's not working.
Nah, bro.
It's not working.
You're not that guy.
You're not him.
Yeah, no,
you're not him. You're too light.
Yes. But no, that team sucks, and I think they need Draymond back. You can tell that presence of being a tough team is missed, and I think they need that. And I think he plays a factor that I underestimated. So we'll see if they can get it back together. But
we gonna see, bro.
Anything else you got?
I'm good, bro. We'll be back from after these playoff games, though. We're gonna see what happens.
Yeah, I can go one or two ways for me.
Hey, it can go.
I could be a no call, no show.
It could be. It can go one or two ways for me too, and my team ain't even playing.
Man, we'll see. Man.
I could be here. I could come here next week and be like, I told y'all so about them Cowboys, or I could come back next week and be like, dang.
Yeah, if we lose and the Cowboys lose, it's like the Eagles won. I'm gonna be so happy. I'm gonna be because I'm accepting. I'm kind of like coming into terms with my team. Like, yo, we kind of suck.
Yeah, bro.
Dallas, they got it all in front of them right now.
Right.
They got it all in front of them.
Oh man, my kid.
But I'm good, man.
I'm good. My kid knocking at the door. So
I think I heard it. Yeah. They like, yo, come on, it's time
like,
to get out of here.
Hey, you been in there too long, man. Let's go.
But yeah, I'm good, man.
Man, as always, we appreciate y'all rocking with us. I know this one is long, boy. We was about an hour and a half, boy. But we had a lot. There's a lot to talk about. So
facts.
Man, we appreciate y'all rocking with us, man. Don't forget, like, subscribe, share. Dante, who they telling, man. Dante?
Auntie, daddy, mommy, dog, cat, neighbor, newborn, anybody that got a pulse.
Yeah, newborn. I don't know if a newborn gonna tune in. The only thing newborn know is sleep.
Hey, if you could create a bank account for their college fund, you can create a YouTube account. Subscribe.
Nah. Oh man. Yeah, man. We'll check in with y'all next week after these playoff games, man. And as always, stay legendary, boy.
Stay legendary. Facts.